Hi guys, Blake here today with Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on beautiful upper Lake Taneycomo. It is Saturday the 24th of April and I'm going to do the one cast for you today. So today we boated up here. I am sitting right behind the Fish House restaurant, which you might be able to see in the camera view there. This is kind of down by the landing. This is a neat little site here. So there's a guy here in Branson who owns a car that can drive on land or in water. You just drive straight down the boat ramp into the water. There it is right there. Pretty cool. But anyway, so I've come down here below the Fish House. This is always a good little eddy to fish in. And I'm going to use the same what I'm calling the micro Derringer jig. Darren up in the shop ties those. It's a little ginger jig with Chanel and Marabou. I've got that about 5.5 to 6 foot underneath one of the little tiny airlock bobbers. And I'm just going to start right in here behind the restaurant and see if we can catch a few fish. I've also got pink power worms with me. Got one rigged up underneath an indicator already. And I'm going to have to do a lot of adjusting with the boat. The wind's kind of blowing hard back here and this eddy's kind of pulling me in towards the restaurant, and I don't really want to hit the restaurant. So I'll have to do some adjustment like right now. Really not drifting the direction I wanted to. The wind is pushing me back out towards the channel of the lake. That is not where I want to be. We're gonna get a little closer in here to the bank. I think I need to be just a little bit closer than I was. There we go. All right, nothing officially on the first cast, but I'm fishing just right behind the restaurant here. Oh, let's see, this morning they had the water running a little faster, and now I'm going too far in. This is just a happy medium balance. They had the water running probably close to 2 units earlier today, and they have slowed it down all the way to 2,600 cubic feet per second, so not moving very fast at all. About 3/4 of a unit, maybe even a little less. Phil took some friends out this morning. They drifted night crawlers. I think they stayed kind of in the Short Creek area back down to our resort. And it sounds like they caught some fish. Drifting night crawlers. It sounds like the bite may even have gotten better there at the end versus early this morning. Captain Brett Rader had a trip this morning. He said they were biting the scuds and the... Oop, turn the camera, sorry guys. He said they were biting the scuds the best. And the shad fly. And other than that, I haven't gotten too many reports. We had someone fishing off the dock. Hey, that guy's right there's got one. We had someone fishing off the dock this morning and said the dock fishing was a little slower than it was yesterday. So fishing here behind the fish house, I think just about a lot of the different types of baits work here. You could drag night crawlers or minnows on the bottom. You could even get in real close to the bank, kind of like I am right now, and fish them under a float. Oh, there's a fish. You can come down here with any of the different jigs and actually jig them, or you can get the micro jig or one of these Derringer jigs. This is a good fighting fish. He is lively. It's a healthier sized rainbow there. There he is. Sorry about that.
You one of the Lilleys landing guys, dude?
Yeah, I'm doing the one cast right now.
Are you?
Yeah, you're on video. That's the second fish he's caught today.
You're catching a lot.
There's a good amount of them right in here.
What's that?
So there's a good amount of them right in here.
Yeah, they're doing good. I've kind of kept them about 2 pounds today.
Oh, wow. What are you catching them on?
Lucky Penny spoon, man.
Little spoon?
Yeah, look, I think I talked to you online the other day. Lucky Penny spoon.
Huh. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna push the boat down a little bit here. See if I can get out of his way. And we're just gonna keep fishing this bank. Oh, I'm about 15 to 20 foot off the bank right now. Set it about 5 foot deep. I think that's a pretty fair depth for fishing this close. If you wanted to fish more out towards the end of the fish house, you probably want to set it a little bit deeper, maybe like 7 or 8 foot with anything you're drifting. And that wind is just going to keep pushing me right back up here. So the water back here does not move very fast at all, especially if you're sitting behind this building. It actually will kind of start pulling you in towards the building. And he said he was using a special penny spoon. He said he caught a bunch of them today and a couple that were in the 2-pound range, so some nice ones sitting over here behind the fish house. But if you're looking to potentially get on a bunch of fish, this is a really good spot to come to and fish anything. So I highly recommend trying it. And I think here in a second we'll switch over to the pink power worm and just throw it around for fun. A lot of those stalker trout, when they put them in here, they put them in right pretty close to here, and they like to come down here and get out of the current, and this is just one of the first big eddy spots that they can come to. So it usually always has some stalker fish in it. And you can fish this eddy. I mean, it goes down quite a ways. There's some public docks, 150, 175 yards down, and then below those is the water fountains, the water and fire fountains. And in front of the fountains, they've been known to catch other species like bass and crappie. There used to be an old dock, I think they called it Main Street Dock, and all the metal pilings and everything are still down there, providing a lot of structure for all the different types of fish. There's another one. And normally, if the wind wasn't pushing so hard, we'd start drifting down this sidewalk. But I've hit reverse quite a few times, and I just keep getting pushed right up here into the building. So I'm just going to keep fishing this little corner here. But I do say that fishing all the way down the sidewalk, all the way to the water and fire fountains, is good. Kind of perfect amount of chop on the water in here. I'm not really having to do much with the indicator. There's another one. And so far, these are all just nice little stockers. Oh, I do have another fishing report. Mario, Lazina, and Cosman were out again this morning, and they caught a 19-inch smallmouth that weighed 3.5 pounds, I'm sorry. On the one of Mario's LOZ fingerling jerk baits. I think after this cast, we'll switch over to the pink power worm and just see if they're biting that too. Oh, I had him. Oh, I can't end it on that. It's a good spot. Not quite as many boats as I expected to see down this way. There was a lot up by the marina. And all these fish seem to me to be probably freshly stocked within the last week, I'd say. All just the right stocker length. We are going to switch gears and try a pink power worm for a second. They're biting that jig pretty good. I'm going to set the pink power worm at the same depth. We're going to go just a little deeper here. There's that airlock bobber again. It just has a little screw on top with a washer in between. We can do that. I've got that pink power worm probably about 1.25 inches on one of those Bobby Garland 1/48 ounce jig heads, and I've got 5X tippet again. I'm gonna scoot the boat out just a touch. And once again, we're fishing at depths where you really don't have to be using a fly rod like I am. You could be using just a normal 6-foot spin cast rod, any of those things, to throw these type of depths underneath an indicator without any problem at all. It's a little harder to see that dark pink bobber on a cloudy day like today. We started last night late last night into early this morning with rain, and the rain just died off. There's one on the pink power worm. Oh, all right, I got my worm back, and I know I've said it before, but anytime you catch a fish, you want to pull that worm in, make sure it's still straight up and down on the hook. If it's all curly or if it's falling off the jig head, they tend to not like that so much. Lots of people down on the landing, it looks like, this weekend. Some other spots that are usually pretty good down here is so right past the bridge you can see the big long parking lot that goes towards Bass Pro. You don't want to get in too close towards the parking lot because that water does get pretty shallow, but if you hang, oh, there was one. If you hang kind of, let's say 50 yards away from the bank, that water only is like 7-8 foot deep max, and it can be a pretty good spot, along with in between the paddle wheel dock and this building here on the other side of it. That little dead space in between is usually a pretty good spot to fish. I'm getting lots of bites. This is one of those situations. I just had like 6 or 7 short bites in a row, and I could probably pinch a piece of the tail off my worm to get them to not short it bite it as much. But so far, I want to say they're biting that, as soon as I talk, I want to say they're biting the jig a little better than the pink power worm even. But I hooked up with another one. He is right there. That's a little bit bigger. And I think we'll take one more cast and then call it a day. Yeah, there's another one there. All right, we'll end with the smallest one of the day here. But we thank you guys for watching today. Like and share us on Facebook, and we'll get out here for you and do it again tomorrow. Thanks, guys.